Wake up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am pursuing a no-spend challenge for the full year of 2025, and in today's video, I want to talk about the 25 things that I will not be buying in 2025. Let's hop into it. Super quickly, we're going to try and roll through this list of 25 items and stay tuned until the end because we've tried to order them where the last 7 are the most controversial, debatably the most challenging to fulfill, the ones that people are often not willing, not likely to give up, but in this case, I'm going to try. The first item that I will not be buying in 2025 is alcohol, and the second item that I will not be buying in 2025 is soda or pop, whatever you want to call it, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Now, I don't foresee those two being that problematic because alcohol and soda are not two things that I purchase currently. I'm a social drinker. I try to limit my soda intake and my calories via liquids as much as possible. So I'm hoping that those ones are pretty easy for me to stick with. I think they will be. The third and fourth, clothes and shoes. These might be the two items that I hate spending on the most. And over the last few years, what I've tried to do is ask for clothes and shoes as gifts. So anytime there's a gift exchange happening, Christmas, birthdays, and so on, that's when I whip out my list. Hey, you know what? I could use 2 dress shirts. I could use 2 pair of slacks. I could use a belt. And I use those gift exchanges. I mean, it's kind of boring when you're a kid. You hate receiving socks and underwear for Christmas. But nowadays, I'm like, this is great because I did not want to purchase that myself. So I really appreciate that. So clothes and shoes are already things that I try not to buy. I try to ask for those as gifts, whether at my birthday in August or at Christmas in December. And that's been working for me, so I'm going to stick with it. Items 5, 6, and 7 are fragrances, accessories. So in that category, I thought like sunglasses, eyewear, necklaces, jewelry, that sort of thing. And then watches, I put that as number 7. So we got fragrances, accessories, watches. These, I don't think will be an issue. Largely, I already have a cologne that I wear. I don't think I'm going to need a new one this year. Accessories, I can hold back from purchasing new sunglasses. I'm not actually someone that wears a lot of jewelry or anything, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And then watches, I have an Apple Watch. I've got a few other watches that I wear. I think I'll be able to hold off. Number 8 is the latest tech. And this is something that I think can help save people a lot of money if they're able to avoid that urge to have the latest iPhone or newest computer or whatever the case may be. I'm known for having an old phone and sticking with it for as long as possible until it's on its very last legs. I had a Samsung A5 for a long time. Even I think they were at Samsung S21 or something by the time that I switched. So this one is something that I've always been able to stick with. I don't have the latest iPhone. I've got an iPhone 12. So I'm comfortable with that. I don't need a ton of tech. I mean, sometimes when I'm shooting videos now, I think about the power of the camera and maybe it could be better if I had a newer iPhone and a better laptop, certainly a better laptop. But for now, I'm comfortable with the technology that I have and we're going to keep moving forward. Number 9 is gaming. So I do have an Xbox. I play it sometimes, maybe a couple times a month, but really I'm just playing Madden. So for anyone who doesn't know, that's like NFL, that's a football video game. I play that with a couple friends from time to time, but I'm not someone who's playing computer games. My computer, I just got a little MacBook. I don't have a gaming computer playing World of Warcraft or League of Legends or anything like that. So gaming, not really my thing, and I don't need to spend any money on it this year. Number 10, let's keep going. Collectibles and art. Not something that I'm necessarily interested in. I know people are into collecting sports cards or memorabilia from wrestling or whatever they're into, but it's not something. I don't have any collections that I'm keeping at the moment. Maybe one day if I become rich, but for now, nothing. So no collectibles, no art. Let's keep going. Number 11 and number 12, sports betting and lottery tickets. So historically, I have been guilty of, purchasing 50-50 tickets if I'm at a game. Now they made 50-50 where you can purchase it online, so I've been partaking in that sometimes, but really it's just a tax on the poor. Lottery tickets, not a great call, not a good use of your money. I can definitely stop. I honestly should stop. So that's a good one. I'm glad that it's on this list, and it will hold me accountable as I move through 2025. Sports betting. I do bet sometimes on the NFL. Luckily, the NFL season's kind of coming to an end, so it's not something I have to worry about until next fall, but it's not something that I'm super invested in. Usually I'll throw in like $100 or something at the start of the season as my fun money. I'll use it for the season. I won't put in any more money if I lose it all. And that seemed to be a healthy balance for me. Number 13 is paid content or like subscriptions. I'm not including, in my no spend 2025 video, I did talk about how I'm going to maintain my Netflix subscription. I do have Amazon Prime and so on. What I'm talking about here is like magazines or like people's Patreons or that sort of thing. So I'm not going to pay for any online content or subscription services such as that. 14, 15, 16, 17 are all related to the home. And so this one, we're talking furniture, number 14. 15, home decor, things like candles and throw pillows and things like that. 16, seasonal decor. 17, kitchen appliances. So the reason I'm not going to need to spend money on these is largely because, as I mentioned in my initial video, 2024, we moved into our townhouse. We spent way too much money sort of outfitting the rooms, buying seasonal decor, right? We got Christmas lights for the first time. We bought some things for Halloween, etc. We have a new couch that I just bought Emily as a gift for her birthday. So there's a number of things that I will not need to purchase because I've already purchased them. And then I also just going to try my best to hold off on purchasing like new kitchen appliances. I've already got an air fryer. I feel like it serves the majority of my purposes anyways. So furniture, home decor, seasonal decor, kitchen appliances. Who needs them? Not in 2025. Number 18 is sports equipment. Okay? In terms of hobbies, like recreationally, I'll play hockey, I'll play basketball, but I have a basketball, I have a football, I have all my hockey equipment. I don't need to buy any more sports equipment. I don't need the latest stick. I don't need the latest skates. I'm not playing at a competitive enough level where that will really give me the edge. So sports equipment, something that I'm going to be able to hold off on in 2025. All right, here's where we get controversial. Okay, we're on to number 19 through 25, and these are ones that I think won't be on many people's lists. In fact, most people included these as things, as the essentials, as things that they would contemplate spending money on through their no-buy challenges. But uniquely, I think I have unique circumstances that allow me to eliminate these in my budgets for 2025. And again, finance is personal. This is personal finance. So this is based on my personal circumstances. Your personal circumstances are different. These might be on your list as must-haves. But for me, this year, I think I'm going to be able to eliminate them. Number 19 and 20 are fitness classes and a gym membership. Fitness classes have never really been my thing. I know a lot of people doing yoga, Pilates, whatever the case may be, and whatever works for you. Obviously, you should do it. Exercise is the most important thing in the world, basically, for your health. But for me, doesn't really work with my schedule. Not something that I'm interested in at the moment. Not necessary. Same goes for a gym membership. I've wanted to get going to the gym. Obviously, it's a goal that's been one of mine for many years and something that will probably continue to be on my New Year's resolutions for years to come. But I have a treadmill down in the basement. I can do push-ups, use your body weight. I don't think a gym membership and fitness classes in this case are absolutely necessary. I'm a new dad. I'm pretty busy. My schedule is a little bit chaotic at the moment. I haven't quite nailed down how to work these two into my daily routine. So for now, I'm going to eliminate the need to purchase a gym membership and fitness classes in 20. Next up are the experiences. 21, 22, 23. Concerts and shows, flights, and hotels. This is largely circumstantial. Obviously, people always say life is about your experiences, the memories that you make, learning about new cultures in different countries, and so on and so forth. And I agree with all of that. It just so happens this year, we've got a young baby. We're trying to save money. Travel and whatnot is not high on the list of priorities. Concerts and shows, the price of concerts is just getting to be astronomical, honestly. I always look out of interest like which bands are coming to town, and I've just been absolutely shocked at some of the prices that they're trying to charge for these shows. Bands that are old. Our Lady Peace 30-year anniversary tour, they still want like $200 a ticket to go to some rural town outside of Vancouver to watch them, which I found to be a little excessive, unnecessary. I'm not interested enough to spend that kind of money on 2 tickets, $400 or something, to see a band that I'm not into. So I'm pretty selective when it comes to that stuff. 2025, we don't plan on planning any major trips, so I don't think I'm worried about concerts, flights, hotels, etc. 24 and lastly 25 are books and education. And here's where we get controversial, because the best investment is investing in yourself, and I completely agree with that. However, this year for me is all about creation and less about consumption. For the last few years, I've been consuming books about investing, education about YouTube, investing, saving. You know, I completed my master's degree many years ago. So in terms of my professional education, that piece is done. Thankfully, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm pretty settled in my career, which is great. So in terms of education and books, I just feel like really I've been preparing over the last several years to get to this point. I have some books that I can read. I'm not a huge reader, but I have some. There's some here behind me. If I needed to dip into a book for any particular reason, then there's some here that I can read. I don't need to make any additional purchases of new books. And I certainly don't need any further education. I've spent enough time and money on my bachelor's degree, my master's degree. I don't need to do that anymore. And there's so much free education out there online. Like YouTube has been an absolute godsend for me, just in terms of learning about YouTube and video creation and whatnot, but also about how to get started investing. Many, many years ago, I relied on YouTube an incredible amount to learn about those things and develop my financial literacy. So free content is out there if you want to learn pretty much anything. And so we're lucky that way. We're very fortunate to have that opportunity. And so I don't plan on spending money on books or education in 2025. And that's the list. 25 things that I'm not buying in 2025. I'm sure you could have guessed many of them. Have you started a no spend challenge or a no buy challenge? If you have, I'd love to hear about it down below in the comments. And as always, if you're interested in topics such as earning, saving, investing, we focus primarily on saving for this first few videos. They're all going to be saved under one playlist if you want to whip through them. But going forward, we are going to be getting into how to earn more money and then how to invest that money that we earn as well. So if you're interested in that type of content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks.